Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So we'll be beginning with the 2018 question paper revision session. So the brand management in this, let us begin with 2 marks questions today. First one is product line. Yes, into this, it is so clear. When you will be having a specification into the group of products, one particular single brand can be considered as a product line. Maybe I can go for taking a simple consideration into the biscuit brands of ITC. Maybe Sunfeast is one of the particular brand what they do have. Under that, they are going to have specification brands, correct? So that particular single brand can be considered as a product line. And the next thing is about um, product planning. So into the product planning, very much sure whenever we are going to start working with respect to a product, introducing of a new product, we are going to start working for tangibility, even about product lines, what we are going to introduce, and even about the expectations of consumers. Everything is going to come up with ideas and screen, take out some of the unwanted ideas and come up with the final activities. Then it is to be called as product planning. So even with reference to the amount of the third question, it is product life cycle. Into the product life cycle, yes, it is very much sure that when you're going to have the lifespan of individuals, so that kind of lifespan which will be showcased, and that kind of lifespan will be expected. Maybe it's about number of years of that particular product from its birth to till end of that particular product in the market can be called as life cycle. Okay, from the introduction time to till the decline of the product, that is to be called product life cycle. Then about the fourth question is about brand management. Yes, various techniques we are going to use for introducing one of the product line to make a mind mapping of consumers, correct? So everything will be called as a brand management to create that mindset of your customers. The next question is about brand equity. Brand equity is almost such like commercial value of every brand. Maybe into the financial terms, you can go for calling this as a brand value, correct? It is one of the intangible asset they're going to consider. So the same thing here, brand equity, where we are going to maintain a brand name into the market, and for that brand name, the consumer is ready to pay something extra as a price, correct? In the form of price, they are ready to pay something extra. Then that something extra can be considered as brand value, brand equity. That's a commercial value. Okay. And the next question is about market segmentation. Into the market segmentation, yes, we are dividing potential customers from heterogeneous to a small group of homogeneous. Okay. So what exactly is this heterogeneous and homogeneous? If you do have different characters, numerous amount of nature, then it is to be called heterogeneous. Okay. So if you are going to divide that numerous amount of characters into a small set of group who are all having a common nature or common character, then it is to be called as market segmentation, dividing the heterogeneous market into homogeneous market. Then about product branding. So what exactly product branding is all about? Yes, when we are going to identify a particular design or symbol relating to one of the product differently than other particular brands under the same umbrella of one particular company. Yeah, one company may have numerous amount of brands. It is not necessarily like the company name only need to be established. Correct? Maybe I can go for taking a simple consideration. Lace has become one of the particular product, but its own different flavors has got its own identity in the market. Correct? It is to be called individual brand. It has got its own design. It has got its own taste, preferences. Correct? Everything is going to be acting as such like a product branding into the market. Okay, so this is how product branding is going to take place. And let us discuss one of the 6 marks question. Reasons for the new product failure. Yes, into the new product failure. Yes, of course, there are numerous amount of reasons, but we have picked up some 6 points. The first point is about lack of product uniqueness. Yeah, wherever you go and establish your brand, ensure that you need to have something unique. That's only called as a unique selling proposition. Okay, where you should have your own priorities for your brand building, customers acceptance. Okay, so you need to have that uniqueness. That is going to be a separate feature where people they have to recognize you with that feature. Okay, if that kind of a separate identity is not there, then that's going to be a first reason for failure. Second thing is about poor planning. Yes, we were discussing in one of the 2 marks question, that's about product planning. Okay, so you need to screen the ideas. Screening in a sense, so maybe separation of unwanted ideas and pick the best one. That is to be called as screening. Correct? So when you are going to find out numerous amount of ideas, if you are unable to screen that properly, if you are unable to check the best one, then it's not going to be called as a poor planning, and that's going to be one of the reason for new product failure. And the third thing is about poor timing. So what exactly poor timing is all about? Any product we are going to produce and keep it into the market. Yes, very much sure. I agree completely. But if you are going to think that people they are going to buy your product in all the seasons, maybe that is wrong. Correct? So timing is so important. In which season you are introducing? Correct? So maybe I can go for telling you with a simple consideration that you would like to introduce umbrellas or else a raincoat in the summer season. Is that going to be workout? No, never to be. Correct? So you need to think about timing of the product introduction. So if it is a poor timing, then that's one of the reason for failure of the product. What about misguided enthusiasm? Yeah, that's one more numerous amount of hard luck of many of the new entrepreneurs. It's almost such like enthusiasm, curiosity. Yes, it is required, but overconfidence, no, that is going to be quite dangerous. correct? So misguided enthusiasm is almost like overconfidence. Somebody is going to tell you that yes, you are so good in producing so and so amount of product. Okay, yes, you are good at producing the product. Are you good at marketing also, selling also? Take the consideration of your own pros and cons. Okay, so you do have your own strength and weakness. You need to analyze that where exactly you are perfect. Maybe you're so good at producing LED TV, but ultimately you need one of the marketing person to sell it off into the market, correct? Maybe you're so good in terms of producing that particular same LED TV with best of the best configuration, but whether you are able to make your consumers to understand that particular configurations, no, one more marketing person is required, correct? So it's almost like a misguided enthusiasm is like the same, where maybe unwanted qualities will be accepted by you where you cannot execute it. That leads to misguided and enthusiasm, which is unwanted, and probably that may leads to product failures. Even about product deficiencies. Yes, I agree completely. When a product is going to get executed into the market, they face even deficiencies also. Okay, so but product deficiency is not necessary as such, like it is going to be one of the product failure. But when you are going to understand some of the deficiencies there in your product, you need to correct that in time. You need to come up with a better amount of choice in front of clients, consumers, correct? I can go for naming it Tata Nano when that plastic body was there to increase the mileage of that particular product. Okay, so one of the car has been burnt, like, correct? Then management decided that metal body is quite good, correct? So it's almost such like where you need to come up with that better idea for those deficiencies. You need to come up with that better amount of decisions. If it is not going to take place in time, probably that product deficiency may go for leading towards product failure, correct? Even about the last point for the day is about lack of understanding the market. Maybe I can go for naming it with respect to the amount of same four-wheeler vehicles. Yes, so we Indians, most of the population lie into the category of either middle class or else upper middle class family. As according to the survey reports, that nearly about 62% of people, they come into the category of either middle class or else upper middle class. Rest of them, they are going to be lower middle class or else maybe upper class. Okay, remaining 28%, what I'm discussing here. So now come to the point of view. You need to understand the market. Basically, if you're going to start thinking that Kia has entered India about a year before, and if Kia is going to think that I can go for come up with a large luxury vehicles only, whether Kia can able to survive in the market? Never to be, because 62% of the population is lying under middle class, correct? So you cannot make them to buy that luxury vehicles. I hope you're understanding the reality here. Okay, so it is almost such like understanding the market is so important. If you are not able to, then that's going to be hard luck for the product where it cannot survive in the market. Correct? Yeah. So with this note, let us end up this particular explanation session for 2018 question paper. So as of now, we people have discussed 2 marks questions completely and one of the 6 marks question. Thank you.